Did Robinhood just become the stock market's biggest villain? Let's talk about that in today's episode with Gamestop, with AMC, and just my overall thoughts in the market right now. So let's get started. And if you have some thoughts about moving out of Robinhood, there is going to be some great information here on how to do it and what might be the best way for you to do it. So stay tuned. First, just a quick introduction. If this is your first time here, my name's Jose Najarro. I am a self-taught investor who's been studying the market for about 6 to 7 years. And when I say throughout this studying of the market, I have never ever seen something like this. So hats off to Wall Street Bets and everybody who kind of orchestrated this movement. I'm not saying it was right, I'm not saying it was wrong, but just the ability to be able to do this. I am not part of it. I did not buy or trade any GameStop, any AMC. And just because I'm not part of it does not mean I'm rooting against you guys, right? So best of luck to you guys. I know right now the stocks are plummeting right now. And hopefully everybody knew the risk before coming in. And that's the one thing, right? I never, no matter what, long, shorts, I never want anybody to lose money in this world. But unfortunately, it's not a everyone can eat type of world that we're in right now. For you to have winners, you also need to have, there's also people that are going to be the losers, right? You can only have X amount of winners, and with those winners, there's going to be Y amount of losers, and that's what's happening right now. Unfortunately, there's probably some people that bought GameStop, that bought AMC at all-time highs right now, and the stocks have plummeted. We can take a quick look right now. GameStop, when I'm doing this video, is down about $220. Let me refresh, make sure nothing. So it's down about $200. AMC is also down about 62%. Is this the bottom? No one knows. So if you are a new investor, let me just start off. This is not something that happens every day. This is something that I forgot when was the last big short squeeze that happened, but not one I can remember that happened anytime soon. So if you're thinking about buying GameStop, so if you're a new investor, let's say I was a new investor, what would I tell myself if I was a new investor? I personally not going to enter any of these. Even the stock price have dropped about 70%. Last thing I want to do is ever get emotional in the trade. And if I decide to enter, let's say I'm hard-headed and I'm like, hey, Jose, I still believe that it's going to pump up, it's going to keep going up. How would I play it? If that was the case, I would be smart. Again, not emotional. Set X amount of money. Understand that this is going to be very, very volatile. And at the end of the day, this is probably going to be more gambling than investing. And with gambling, right, you have the chance of winning big, and that's what could happen. But with gambling, what's the chance? You also have the chance of losing big. And for me, I personally don't want to take that chance. I worked hard for my money, so I'm going to invest it the way I want to. But that doesn't mean I'm rooting, like I said, I'm not rooting against anybody that's trying to make money this way. If this is the way you want to make money, all shout outs to you. Best of luck to you. But just remember that there is risk. There is someone who bought AMC at $16 at $9.45. And if they haven't sold out now, they've lost about half of their position already. GameStop, someone bought GameStop at $469. For every share that you bought, they're already down $300. So yes, it maybe right now might be the bottom, maybe it might not. But that is just my overall thoughts on the market right now, right? This is something that's just very volatile, and I personally will consider it more gambling. Actual cost behind it, I haven't followed it too much to really give my opinions in it, but we've seen a lot of people are fighting and saying that, hey, this is a fight for the little guys to fight against these big hedge funds that have been manipulating the market for us little guys at such a long time. And us little guys, right, us retail investors, I have a portfolio size right now of close to $100,000, and I'm still pretty much a small speckle in this whole investing thing. So I just want to say, I personally, if I would not enter it, does not mean I'm bearish or anyway. This is very volatile. In the next few days, it can continue to go up, it can continue to go down. So best of luck, and to anybody that goes into it, best of luck, and know the risk. That's the most important. Know the risk. Know what you're getting into before you get into it. I've had a lot of friends and family members text me like, hey, should I get in AMC? Should I get in GameStop? Should I get in blah, blah, blah? I can't respond to you guys. I'm sorry if you're my friend, if you're my cousin, if you're my brother asking me to do this. I just personally can't say that I would enter that, and that's my response. I personally wouldn't enter, but the stock price can continue to go up or it can continue to go down. Just understand the risks that are coming. So now, outside of that, let's talk about the villain in this. And it's crazy how the situation or the story changes, right? So earlier, before 12 hours ago, we had a different villain. And when I say we, I say retail investors. Again, I'm not part of this, but I'm part of the retail investment. And I do believe to some aspect what's happening right now is wrong. So Robinhood, about before the market opened, they kind of stopped users from trading GameStop and stocks and other Reddit picks. So now Robinhood is kind of telling us what we could and cannot buy. And to me, this is just insane. I currently have money in Robinhood, and I'm looking at ways to move out. I haven't actively added into Robinhood for such a long time, but I do have a few thousands in there. Again, not a big amount. So I am looking at ways to move that out, and we're going to talk about that later on of what I think is probably the best method to move your money outside of a broker so you don't have to pay crazy fees. So Robinhood kind of stopped users from trading GameStop, and this is insane. Like, who are you, Robinhood, to tell? When we signed up, right? We already signed up to the risk we know it's gonna take. Where was Robinhood when all these people were buying options and trading super leverage, right? Where was Robinhood then? When the little guys were losing money because of the type of ability that Robinhood was giving them with all this option trading. And everybody was like, nope, hey, you had to understand your risk. You're responsible for your losses. But now when all these big guys are losing money, Robinhood decided, hey, we want to take care of the little guys. We're doing this for the best of your ability, for the best of you, right? We're going to stop you guys from buying and selling. So to me, that's just insane, right? And I originally didn't want to talk about this, but the more I think about it, the more crazy I believe it is. And the more I believe that Robinhood has pretty much just canceled itself out. And I do believe a lot of people are going to start moving out. And next, I just want to show you guys some funny tweets just to have some funny stuff. This is the Morning Brew ticker, and I follow them on Twitter. They have a lot of funny content. So here we can see the suits, and behind the mask, who was it? It was Robinhood all along. So it was the friend we thought we had in the inside was actually the enemy. So another one, Robinhood. It's the irony, right? Let the people trade. And now they don't allow you to trade the stocks you want to trade. So Robinhood has definitely become the villain in this whole situation. And for those that are looking to move out of brokers, I want to say find out how to do it first before doing it. A lot of people are selling out of stocks and then just moving out their money. There is other methods to go around there, and I'm not nowhere near a tax expert, and this is not tax advice. But the way I would do it, I'm looking into transferring your assets. So obviously, if you sell your assets, move them account, and buy another assets, depending on how long you have those assets, or how much you made off those assets, you're gonna have to pay some form of taxes for selling, some form of capital gains. There is ways to transfer outside of a broker without selling. So let's say you started a new broker, and let me just plug in here. Make sure to click the link to Webull. If you sign up, deposit $100, we both get a free stock. And I think right now they're doing a special where we might get more than one stock. So click the link below. Outside of that, it's great to get a free stock. That's the best idea of 2021. Let's get ourselves some free stocks. Outside of that, I personally use more Fidelity, just because Fidelity does allow fractional trades, fractional shares. And if you go to their website, you can go to fidelity.com, sign up, or webull.com, and they have a transfer section. So what they end up doing is, hey, they go talk to Robinhood. They're like, Robinhood, your guy doesn't like you anymore, your guy or gal doesn't like you anymore. They want us to take care of their money. So give me everything they have and we'll put it into our account. There is some time behind it. It definitely takes some time, and all your assets have to be kind of fixed already. They can't be like recent moves. So you can't be trading no more in Robinhood, because the more you trade, I believe the longer it takes. Definitely go on Google and say how to transfer out of a brokerage account. There is this article by the Motley Fool, how to transfer out of brokerage account. They kind of give you information. They talk about the fees and what to do. So definitely take a read before doing it, and try to find what makes better sense for you tax-wise. For me, I don't want to sell shares. All the stocks I have on Robinhood, Flex, have massive gains right now, so I don't want to pay those taxes. So for me, I'd rather pay whatever this fee is. I think Robinhood has a fee of about $50. Who knows? Maybe now with this, they might stop preventing people by increasing that fee. But I'd rather pay that fee than pay on taxes, just because it makes more sense for me monetarily wise to pay for those taxes instead of the fee. So that's one way around it. So definitely, that's it on today's video. I know a lot of people were asking me. I have a community on Discord with over 1,000 investors just asking, hey, Jose, what are your thoughts? To me, this is just noise for me in the overall market. I'm not going to invest. I'm not planning on buying. I'm just going to continue my long-term investments. And if you guys want to learn more about long-term investing, make sure to follow me on this YouTube channel. I personally believe I provide the most in-depth analysis of any company than anybody out here in YouTube. And that's a challenge, right? I mean, I'm just super, super, super excited about the overall market and the amount of information that I learn. And the amount of information I give out for free is insane. So take care, guys. Have a good night, and best of luck to everybody out there.